Welcome RM Touch CCNA Practical Labs. In this lesson, we will learn how to make configuration PAT-NAT overload. PAT-NAT overload translation, also known as a NAT overload, is a technique used in a network address translation NAT that allows multiple devices on a local network to be mapped to a single public IP address. This is achieved by using different port numbers to distinguish between the connections. In a summary, PAT-NAT overload is an efficient method for managing IP addresses, enhancing security, and supporting multiple devices in a network while minimizing costs. So, as you see in our topology, consists of these two retraces. So, in our point is we are going to translate this private IP address into this public IP address. So in this interface, we will use gigab and outside, and this interface we will use inside. So to start in our configuration, first we will configure IP addresses to the routers and hosts, and then I will add the routing protocol OSPF for these two routers. So come this router. So this interface we will use in this IP address 192.168.40.0, and this two interface I will use 30.30.30.0. In this interface it will take 30.1, and this another interface it will take 30.2. So and Google email server we will use in this IP address. So first we will configure IP addresses to the routers and hosts. So click this router, enable config interface. Let me check the interface. Gigabyte 0/0 IP address 192.168.40.1 255.255.255.0 no shutdown. Okay, come this another interface gigabyte 01, and we will give this IP address 30.30.30.1. Interface gigabyte 01 IP address 30.30.30.1 255.0.0.0 and no shutdown. Okay, come this another interface gigabyte 0/0, and we will give 30.2. Now enable config interface gigabyte 0/0 IP address 30.30.30.2 255.0.0.0 no shutdown. Okay, come this another interface for the Google email server interface, and we will assign this IP address interface gigabyte 01 IP address 8.8.8.1. It is subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Okay, let me give the hosts for the IP address 192.168.40.10, and its default gateway is 40.1. Come this another host to assign its IP address 40.20 and this default gateway is 40.1. Okay, come to Google email server to assign its IP addresses 8.8.8.8, and its default gateway 8.8.8.1. Okay, now I finished for the configuring IP addresses to the routers and hosts, and I will configure the OSPF routing protocol. Okay, click this router. So we are going to advertise these two IP addresses 192.168.40.0 and 30.30.30.0. And also this another router will advertise this IP address and this IP address. Okay, exit. Router OSPF 10, router ID 1.1.1.1, 1.1.1.1. Okay, network 192.168.40.0, 0.0.0.255. It is area 0. Okay, come this another an IP address to advertise. Okay, network 30.30.30.0. Okay, 0.255.255.255. It is area 0, and then save. Now we finish for the advertisement of these two interface. So come this another router to advertise these two IP addresses. Click this router, exit router OSPF 10, the router ID 2.2.2.2, and network 30.30.30.0, 0.255.255.255 area 0, network 8.8.8.0. Okay, 8.8.8.0. Okay, 0.0.0.255. It is area 0, and then save your configuration. Okay, now we finish for the configuring IP address to the routers and hosts, and then we make for the configuring routing protocol, especially OSPF. In our next step, we will ping the Google server and we will make a trace route the paths. So, and we will check if there is any translations. Okay, come this PC to ping the Google email server. Okay, first trace tracert 8.8.8.8. Okay, and then I am going to ping to this PC into Google email server. Okay, 8.8.8, sorry, 8.8.8.8.8. Yes, it replaces. Okay, come this another PC, tracert 8.8.8.8. This IP address is the default gateway of this interface. This another IP address 30.30.30.2. It is the IP address in between these two routers. And this IP address I.I.I.I, it is the IP address of the Google email server. So, okay, in our next step, we are going to create a standard access control list to permit the inside subnets. So, to start, click in the router exit access list 35 permit the IP address of this interface or this LAN. Okay, 192.168.40.0 0 wildcard mask key. We will add the wildcard mask key of that IP address 0.0.0.255. Okay, and then you'll write IP-NAT inside. Okay, when you write IP-NAT inside, then you only choice you have is the source. Okay, IP-NAT inside source, and then you will add. Okay, I will make a query. You can you can select a choice, you can select a list, or you can select a static. So now we are going to select a list. Where is the list? The list is the 35 list 35. And then if I query, you select two choice. Okay, interface or bool. So now we select IP-NAT inside sort list interface. So if I make a query, you can you have a two choice. You can select gigabyte internet, you can select serial, you can select fast internet. No, so now we can select gigabyte internet because it's the interface of this interface. Gigabyte 01. Okay, gigabyte 01, and then you will write overload. Okay, and then internet and enter. Okay, in our last step, we will combine interfaces to be inside and outside. So we are going to assign this interface will assign inside, and this interface gigabyte 01 will assign outside. So click the router interface gigabyte 0/0 IP-NAT inside. Okay, interface gigabyte 01 IP-NAT outside. Okay, and then save your configuration. Now we finish. So in our next step, we are going to ping again and make a trace route the bodies. How to check if there is any translation or not. Okay, come this router, exit. We are going to do show IP-NAT translation. There is no any translation because we are going to ping first. Come this host and trace search for the Google email server 8.8.8.8. Yes, 192.168.40.1, 30.30.30.2, and 8.8.8. Okay, now I am going to ping 8.8.8.8. Yes, and it replaces. So now we check if there is any translation or not. Okay, do show IP-NAT translation. As you see in here, in our NAT translation is working. So you see in here, inside global, inside local, outside local, and outside global. So now we use in this private IP address to translate in this public IP address. So thank you very much, and please subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next class.